14-year-old Nyla Lightfoot died Tuesday at her Fort Worth apartment, and now a 13-year-old female friend is charged with her murder.
The suspect and both girls' families were in juvenile court today. Fox 4's Brandon Todd is live tonight in Fort Worth with the story. Brandon.
Heather, Steve, this was a detention hearing basically to decide whether or not that 13-year-old girl would go home with her parents. Well, the judge said no, so she will stay here at the juvenile detention facility. There were other juveniles at this hearing, but she was the only one in handcuffs.
My baby was the sweetest little girl here.
Antoinette Carter spoke publicly for the first time about her 14-year-old daughter, Nyla Lightfoot, who was stabbed to death Tuesday during a fight with a 13-year-old friend.
She made straight A's. She was friends with everybody. She didn't need this.
Just outside the view of our camera, the 13-year-old girl charged with the murder appeared before a juvenile judge during a detention hearing. Carter says the 13-year-old and her daughter were on and off friends, but when the 13-year-old wanted to spend the night with Lightfoot, Carter said no. The suspect demanded Lightfoot come over and get clothes she'd left at her apartment, and that's when the two got into a fight.
She whooped you. You should have just accepted it. But now you had to go back in the house and get a knife and come back and stab and kill my baby. Now I'm daughterless, and my heart feel like it's just been ripped out and just stomped on.
The parents of the 13-year-old were at the detention hearing but declined to comment. Juvenile court attorney Trent Lofton, who is not associated with this case but has experience on how such cases are handled, says the 13-year-old can't be tried as an adult.
Texas law, you have to be at least the age of 14 years old where they can even consider certification or transferring you to an adult court. The Tarrant County District Attorney's Office has been historically aggressive when it comes to prosecuting individuals in a juvenile matter, especially in the case where a homicide or a murder is involved.
The grandfather of Nyla Lightfoot hopes prosecutors seek the maximum penalty a juvenile can face.
We just want justice. Everybody needs prayer. That's all I have to say. Just pray for everybody. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. Just want justice to be served.
Now, the attorney for that 13-year-old girl was also not ready to comment, but he did say that the case will have to go to a grand jury as part of the legal process.